people who are not black, they don't think about the historical, they don't think about what they say and the implications historically. Like one time I was at Art Jam with my friends, and I was the only black person there. I'm always the only black person there. And this Chinese guy, he's married to an Italian woman, Chinese American, Italian American woman. They see me looking through World of Warcraft book, and they're all like, what are you doing? Like, I'm looking at the World of Warcraft book or whatever. And I'm like, they act like I was like stealing. Now, I'm the only black person there. They act like I was stealing from the World of Warcraft book. And I'm like, it's not stealing when you look at the book. Also, I guess it wouldn't be stealing because y'all asses can't draw. These motherfuckers can't draw. I'm not even sure if they can write. I have gone to film school. I know how to write a screenplay. I got an A in screenwriting too. Okay? I have a bachelor's degree in art. So these are motherfuckers that can't draw. So I guess if they look in a book that has artwork in it, and mind you, World of Warcraft is fantasy. So, when I look at books, I look at them for research. I got a Legend of Korra book over here. Love Legend of Korra. Obviously, if I bought the Legend of Korra book, I like the animation style and I'm looking at the designs, but I rarely even look in the book. But my point is this: why is it that if I look in the book, you know why? Why is it that if I look at in a book, I must be doing something illegal? Because in their inferior minds, they have to make up that Bond is doing something wrong because Bond is the superior artist. Because these motherfuckers, and I'm not saying this is a fact. These motherfuckers can't draw. If you look in their book, you'll be like, when are they going to hire somebody to finish? This book is published? You have a penciler and an inker. When you do a comic book, you're supposed to have pencils and inks, and if you can't do the shit, ask for help. But, these motherfuckers can't draw. So they have to say something negative about Bond. Now, my thing is this, when you can't draw, and another thing, I was a substitute teacher. If you can't draw and you don't have a bachelor's degree in art, why are you critiquing someone's art? That's like I was looking through, I was at my friend's house and she's a writer. And I was looking through Street Fighter book and I was trying to update a drawing of one of my, this vampire character that I made, Red Toga. He's a Roman vampire. And I was looking through the Street Fighter book and I was drawing him. And then she was like, you can't like swipe when you do your comic book that's going to be in our book. And it's like, I'm just looking at this for reference. This isn't for drawing a comic book. This is just redrawing a character. I can draw whatever I see. When I was 8 years old, we had a choice. You draw a picture of a president or you write a report. So I just flipped this piece of paper over and for practice, I drew like George Washington. I'm like, well, goddamn, I could really fucking draw. So there was something on the other side of the paper. So I just glued some green, whatever call that paper, the green paper that we used to have, the colored paper, to the back of it and turned that shit in because it looked just like goddamn George Washington. And I was like 8 years old. So that's when I found out, hey, I could draw whatever the fuck I see. So yeah, if I see John Byrne, I can draw just like John Byrne. If I see Jim Lee drawing the X-Men, I could reproduce the artwork looking just like Jim Lee's X-Men. And it's fucking funny because people say, don't be a swiper. But what did they want in Image Comics? They wanted swipers. They wanted everybody to draw like them. They wanted everybody to have they wanted each person to have their own a house style to their section of Image Comics. But it's really, it's really, people don't think about how out of pocket and slightly racist it is for you to accuse a black man of doing something wrong, because you're inferior, because you can't fucking draw. Oh, this nigga's over here. He's doing such and such. It's like, motherfucker, I have a bachelor's degree in art. You do not. I have a degree. You do not. So you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, and we can sit down. We can sit down next to each other and draw whatever. I can draw whatever I see, and I can just draw from my mind. If they say draw Captain America, I can draw Captain America. Draw Spider-Man, I can draw Spider-Man. Motherfucker, I'll smoke your ass. I will smoke you, and you don't want to battle me as an artist. And you got the nerve to sit up here and insinuate that I'm doing something illegal because I'm black. Motherfucker, fuck you. I'm sorry, but that is the most direct way I can say it. I created Duck, Girl, and Crane. I'm not Japanese. I created Soundman and Rhodey. I'm not DC or Marvel. So in what way, in what fantasy land am I inferior to you? No, you got to make something up because your ass is jealous and you don't have any fucking talent. Now, I've held my tongue so many times around people who are friends of my friends who didn't have any fucking talent because other motherfuckers were roasting them. Other people were roasting them. And this dude who he and his wife are all, what are you doing with that World of Warcraft book? That motherfucker got roasted by a guy who's a YouTuber now. I don't want to say a famous YouTuber, but he's got a ton of YouTube videos that people watch. He got roasted by somebody that's like a well-known YouTuber now about his artwork. He had a table at a convention, might have been in Michigan or something, and the dude saw the artwork and he just roasted him. He roasted him. Said, you don't have the right to be here with all these other artists. Now, it's not for me to judge, even though I can because I have an art degree. But I mean, if you want to do a half-ass job and draw like a child and put up a big-ass banner that shows people that you have no talent, that's on you. That's on you. I helped this dude set up his table at Anime Central. But, it's not for me to tell him, hey, man, your artwork is laughable. Or this looks like a child drew it. Or, no, this dude paid for a table. He brought his unfinished looking books. And he put up a banner. And I helped him set up his table and shit. I don't give a fuck. Now, and the weird thing about it is, none of them ever wonder why I didn't get, motherfucker, I'm Brian Bondurant. I don't need to get no table. I don't need to get no table. All I'm concerned with is copyright law. All I'm concerned with is copyright infringement. I don't have to prove anything at a small anime, well, not small, but I don't have to prove anything at an anime convention. The anime convention doesn't make or break